Oh my gosh, everybody. I apologize for being late. Woo! You would not believe what happened overnight. You would not believe it. Look at this on the ground, everyone. That is not bird shit. That is snow. Now, how in the world am I going to go anywhere with this storm going on? Are you serious? I had to check all the lights. I had to turn on all the water, keep flushing the toilet. This is ridiculous. It almost comes over the heel of my house shoe. You guys have no idea. Okay, Doozy said they canceled school. Yep, I saw they canceled school here too. Holy shit. We're all mad here said, that ain't snow. It is. Don't tell me I'm about to go make a snow angel. OJ is going to piss in it. I cannot believe this. Just me said I thought OJ was pranking you. No, I don't have socks on. Okay, several people are saying, yep, school is out. School is out. OJ, do you want to go build a snowman in a little bit? My kitty? Oh, my kitty. I know, my kitty cannot believe this. This Arctic tundra. My kitty cannot do it. Oh my gosh. OJ. I feel horrible. Oh, my kitty. He is so shut in. Oh, man. Walking Dead said, welcome to the winter wonderland. Bama Cat said, I'm glad you were late. Tiffany said, it's going to be fine. Says, I'm not going anywhere. No way, Jose. Let me tell you why. In Oklahoma, we see anything other than crusty dog shit or bird shit on the ground, we stay home. That's what we do. All right, guys, let's get to it. First off, I'm going to go to some comments from yesterday's show. You know what? I think I'm actually getting sick, too, with this snow. Hang on. Do I sound different? Do I sound different? Oh, my gosh. Oh, hell. Watch me get some sort of snow COVID. OJ, are you sneezing too? Oh, and I hear sirens outside. These Okies are having wrecks everywhere. Oh. Doozy, how much snow did you all get? Chloe Jade said, yes, I can hear it in your voice, Brooks. It's this damn snow. Holy shit. OJ, oh my goodness. Come here. You have a little kitty eye booger. You please come to mama. This is horrible. You know, this is ridiculous. Let's take a second and tell everyone good morning. Sorry to put my problems on all of you, but you know, we are friends here. So glad everyone is here. If you are not a member, please consider being one. Please, please, please. We would love to have you. Right, guys? We have a lot of fun in our members' lives and on the members community tab. Doozy said, dusting, and the winds are 50 miles an hour and kind of icy. Oh, man. So you're getting it too. I forgot where in Oklahoma you're at. Let me tell you, when I woke up and saw that, holy crap. Pat K gifted 5 Crime Lines and Lies memberships. Thank you, my friend, for making it rain. Again, thank you everybody for being here. And yesterday we did the Q&A with Stacy. Now then, I want to preface this. When someone comes on, I am not vouching for them one way or another. This is their life. This is their story and their recollection of events. I am not law enforcement. I am not an interrogator. Trust me. Fun Size says, I forgot my membership drop, but I'll renew as soon as... Oh, don't worry about it, honey. Don't worry about it. Kentucky said, is Stacy coming back? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Well, again, we have this snow emergency, so I'm a little bit late. Let's get at the comments from the last show. All right, we have many comments saying, Brandy strong, Brandy strong. Many people asking, how is Brandy holding up? Spoke to Brandy yesterday, and she is doing way better than I would do. She has a lot more snow on the ground than OJ and I do as well. Several creators reached out to her and said, you know, this was a bad idea. Well, you know, I think we went through a lot yesterday. Misha said, you did a great job interviewing. I hope his interview stops with you and he doesn't get sucked into panel hopping. I have to tell you, in the process of learning statement analysis, I had a major red flag when he addressed Brandy and Tyler. He did not say, I did not do this. I did not take Michael or harm him. He said, I would never do anything like that. I'm bothered by that. Well, and I understand where you're coming from. Hopefully he didn't feel put on the spot. Mischief said, I have a question. Why did Brandon say Stacy was at home all day? Now, I'm going to ask him that when he comes on. Hang on. At home all day. All day. Okay, several people wanted JLR to come up. He's welcome to. NT's Apple Bottom Jeans, what a cool name, said, I'm still skeptical. At the beginning, it appeared he was lying, but after some time, I think most of what he said is true. I don't think he knows what happened to Monkey. I'm praying Monkey is found and found alive. My heart breaks for these missing children and their family. Well, again, I'm not here to decide anyone's innocence or guilt at all. User said, on TikTok, Stacy, I saw you tell Sarah you wanted a kid and she said she doesn't. All right. Well, we're going to ask him about that when he comes on. Now, let me call him real quick and see how we're doing this today. Hang on. This snow really screwed me up.
Exactly, baby.
Hello, Domino's Pizza.
Domino's Pizza? Oh my gosh, Stacy.
Yeah, ow.
Are you going to grab the link from your email, or how are we going to do this?
Yeah, just go to the same one as yesterday, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, see you in a second.
I just got done eating, so I'll see you here in a bit.
All right, thank you, Stacy.
All right. What's that?
I said thank you.
You're welcome, Brooks. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Peas in a Pod said, I'll take pizza. Big T said, I believe the snow messed with us a lot. Give me a second while he grabs the link. Okay, I had to put on my fuzzy house shoes. Now we sit and wait. Yes, we do. Oh, OJ, what is wrong with you? I cannot believe this happened to my kitty. This is horrible. Okay, while we're waiting on Stacy, let's go through what Sarah said to the judge.
That you did on or about the 12th day of November of this year here in the state of Idaho fail to notify the coroner of a death, the death of Michael Vaughn, with the intent to prevent the discovery of the manner of death.
We continue to follow developing news out of Payette County. Police made an arrest in connection to the disappearance of Michael Vaughn. The little boy went missing from his Fruitland home in July of 2021 when he was 5 years old. Police arrested 35-year-old Sarah Wondra for failure to report a death. Crews have been excavating the backyard of a home in a Fruitland neighborhood since Saturday. We now know that home is where Wondra has been living. We have team coverage from Payette County. News Channel 7's Abby Davis is outside the home in Fruitland where crews continue to dig in the backyard. But first, let's go to Alexandra Duggan outside the Payette County Courthouse in Payette, where Sarah Wondra was arraigned this afternoon. Alex?
Hold on one second. Brandy Neal, Miss Smarty Pants, sent me a message. She said the snow is past my ankles. Well, I bet we have bigger tornadoes, Brandy.
Doug, today in court at 1:30, the state of Idaho alleges that Sarah Wondra on November 12th failed to notify police of a death And they said that she covered up the way in which Michael Vaughn died. Now, we don't know if he has actually died. There's no confirmation from police just yet. Just know that investigators are still currently looking for his remains. That's what we've gathered from Fruitland Police. And the judge also sealed the probable cause affidavit today in court, talking about why they arrested Wondra. Because they don't want to jeopardize a high case like this. And Huff said that he doesn't want to comment on that just yet. He wants to bring closure to the family in the right way, is what he told us just 20 minutes ago. He said the state said there are serious implications of Wondra being out and about and knowing about Michael's whereabouts for this entire year and a half that he has been missing. And in court, Wondra says she understands the charges that are being brought against her, but, that quote, it is not correct. And Huff told us 20 minutes ago, like I said, they will not say if they have found Michael or not, and that they don't want to jeopardize the case, but it's their goal to recover him if needed. Back to you, Doug.
Alex, thank you there live from outside the Payette County Courthouse. Now let's continue our team coverage and head out to News Channel 7's Abby Davis. She is outside the home where crews have been excavating the backyard since Saturday. And Abby, it sounds like crews have just wrapped up for the day.
They have, Doug. That is right. They will actually be back in the morning, but as of now, you can see behind me, our photographer Logan will show you now. You can see that one heavy piece of equipment there. The rest of it has left. The other backhoe has left. The dump truck has gone. But they did resume this morning. They started early this morning excavating the entire backyard. This is a home that is just about 4 minutes away from the Vaughn family home. We can see everything is shut down. We have that police tape back there. There are some law enforcement officials still kind of gathered around talking. But we do have some video of what the scene looked like earlier while they were actively digging and searching. There was a dog on scene I also saw. And then I was told yesterday that once again, they were excavating the entire backyard. That was their plan, and that they were going to dig 3 to 4 feet. Now, they obtained a search warrant and started working Friday night. They are taking all of this dirt off site where it will be processed. That is what Chief J.D. Huff told us yesterday. Now, this all came after a very credible tip. That is what Huff said. It was a very credible tip that came from someone inside of the house. And he said that they have received over 1,500 tips so far, but this one.
I apologize for being late, Stacy.
Geez, Brooks, you're fired.
Did you see the pictures of our snowstorm?
No.
Oh.
There? No.
Oh, look at this.
What is that shit? That's disgusting.
Well,
Ew.
that's a lot of dog shit, but that's snow.
No, I'm talking about the white shit. That's gross.
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being back, Stacy.
You're welcome.
Now, we're going through a clip from when your soon-to-be ex-wife
was arrested.
And she had a totally different demeanor than as she did in the TikTok videos. So we'll go to a question we had from yesterday. Why was she so freaked out about getting stuck in the mud?
I don't know. It could have had something to do with a guilty conscience. I have no idea. There was no reason to be freaked out. We were literally just stuck. I don't know. She's never not been stuck before in her life, but it was just a stuck situation. I don't know why she would be so freaked out. It doesn't make any sense.
Carol, welcome. She said, I know that Brandy said she could hear the machinery from her house, and it breaks my heart for her. I may not be in many chats, but I still pray they will find Monkey.
Amen. I pray that every night and every day.
When did authorities tell you they were digging up your former backyard?
Ow. It was like they came and questioned me like during the search, or during the dig up. They had asked me some questions and I couldn't give them anything. I was like, I don't have any information to give you. But it was during the time they were digging, if I remember right.
Is that when they polygraphed you?
They polygraphed me right after I got arrested, like on May 19th.
Oh, okay.
Of 20 or 22.
But was that in connection with Michael or about the gun stuff? Oh, they had questions about Michael then?
What?
They had questions about Michael in May?
Yeah, it's just exactly all the polygraph was about was Michael.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And like I said yesterday, I passed. I was the only one out of Brandon and Sarah and me, or Brandon, Sarah, and me. I was the only person to pass the polygraph test.
Man, what does a polygraph consist of? I mean, this really has nothing to do with you, but I know a lot of people, we have a lot of discussions in here about polygraphs. Personally, I don't really care about them. How many questions do they ask you?
4 questions, 5 questions. I don't remember exactly what the questions were. I remember one of the questions being, did you have any association with Michael's disappearance? I said no. I think another one was, if you knew something about his disappearance, would you report it? I said absolutely. They asked me stupid questions like, is the light on in the room? What number is on the wall? Just stuff like that to really try to test. Like, that was sort of a practice question, I guess, but the main questions focused primarily on Michael.
I was gonna do just one guy and all of a sudden 15 show up. They all came in the same bus.
Do you remember what they were? Can you say?
What's that?
Do you remember what they were, or can you say?
I just told you 3 of them.
Okay. Well, you said there was 4. So anyway, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember all of them. I just, like I said, I gave you, I think, 3 of them just now. But if I was if I knew anything about it, would I report it to law enforcement? I said, yeah. Did I have any association with his disappearance? No. I don't remember. I know they asked me questions like, is the light on in the room? Or what number do you remember being written on the wall? Just to test my honesty, I guess. I don't know. I passed the lie detector test for the polygraph.
Well, it's just an investigation tool, but like you said, you passed. A lot of people were asking me, and I probably got the name wrong. The trip to, is it Grants Pass, Oregon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was you, Sarah, and
Brandon, and then the guy that I don't remember his name, but the guy that we took that needed his trailer brought down to Walla Walla.
Do you remember when it was?
Not exactly off the top of my head. No.
Was it Caesar? Was it Caesar or another guy?
No, Caesar had nothing to do with that trip at all. None.
Okay. And that was to rescue a dog?
No, that's to deliver a black lab puppy
Oh, okay.
down there.
So was it Randy?
Who? Randy?
Randy?
No,
Uh-huh.
no.
Okay.
No, I don't even remember the guy's name. He was a dude I found off Craigslist.
Okay.
I was looking for his trailer to be delivered and him. But Randy was a whole nother case. He was a taxi customer that called us because he rolled his truck. Because he'd been drinking.
Okay. A lot of people are asking where you're at. It looks different than where you were yesterday.
I know, yeah, I know. So I got kicked out of the work, or I got pretty much terminated from my work establishment because it's just stupid. She's the owner trips. I don't really want to go into too much detail. I'm at the River of Life Rescue Mission on Boise. Confused on all the vehicles mentioned yesterday. So,
Well, because Brandon mentioned several vehicles that day. And thank you, Vet Girl, for the super sticker.
So, we
So
only owned 3 vehicles at that point in time. Later on, we invested in another vehicle because the truck had got repoed back by the dealership. But we had, at that point in time, we had a 2016 Toyota Corolla. We had the white Lexus ES330, and we had the GMC Sierra 1500. That was the burgundy truck.
and that's obviously the one that you used to tow
go down to tow Brandon's car, correct?
Okay, so did you use all 3 of those cars that day?
No.
Because I don't know why Brandon mentioned so many different cars that day.
We only had 3 vehicles. Anything beyond vehicles that he's talking about, I have no idea, because I know for a fact of what vehicles we had. I mean, we owned them. I don't know how I wouldn't know what vehicles there were.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be confusing. I don't mean how many you own. How many were in use?
How many what we used?
Yeah, on July 27th.
I only used the Alexis, and she drove her car. Well, all 3 of them been used that day, but she drove her car earlier that day to take Brendan or not Brendan, but her and Brendan went to take Adrian to go see his kid in Boise that day. So she took her car. I had the Lexus, and the truck was at home during the day. And then we all came back home and then switched and took the truck to go tow Brandon's car that night. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go through what Brandon said. This is from Navalis. And as you have said, Brandon was not truthful.
No.
Earlier that day, I spent the night there because we came in towing my car from my mom's to their house. Here we woke up and had breakfast and watched TV and coffee, and then we...
Okay, so Brandon makes it sound like his car was towed the night before.
That he what?
He makes it sound like his car was towed.
Okay, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
He makes it sound like the car was towed the night before, but you're saying that the car was towed that day.
It was towed that day, correct.
Okay. Because he said the next morning we got up, we were watching TV, had breakfast, and coffee.
No. I don't remember watching TV. I don't even think we had a TV then.
Okay, so earlier that day, I spent the night there because we came in towing my car from my mom's to their house. So we woke up and had breakfast and watched TV and coffee, and then we went, me and Sarah and one of our other friends that was there visiting for like a week or so because he came in from the airport.
Okay, so I'm assuming he's talking about Adrian.
About Adrian? No.
Yeah. He said he'd been there for a week or so, and you're saying that he stayed with you guys for about 2 months.
Yeah. He had already been there for 2 months. And Adrian did not come in on an airplane from an airport. He came from Caldwell, living behind a dumpster. So I don't know where he's getting the airport, but nobody came to live with us that came from the airport, just so we're clear on that.
Okay, so I can mark that off. You know, and the thing is, if you're going to lie about something simple, like where you picked your friend up at, then what else are you going to lie about?
Yeah, none of his story is accurate at all. None of it. So far, that video is inaccurate. I don't think the only
He was Adrian, and he had like kind of an afro, and we went.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
The only part that he's been accurate on so far is just what he just said about an afro and having coffee that morning, and I think breakfast, but nothing else adds up. In the airport, nothing.
Okay. Stacy, thank you for being here. Said, I know you say you won't comment if you don't know. Cece said, I believe what you're saying. Wondering if Brandon and Sarah were planning on taking a child for their own.
I don't think, to be honest, I don't think Brandon would have had anything to do with it, considering Brandon already has a kid of his own. He has a little girl. But I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. He's already lied about 90% of the shit that he's been on videos with. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him or Sarah. I mean, at this rate, they're very deceitful and very dishonest and untrusting. I can't trust them with a 10-foot pole. So, anything could have happened with them and their thought process. Ow, man, that hurts.
Yeah, you're going to have to get to a doctor. So I missed what you said earlier. You all didn't have a TV? How come you didn't have a television?
We just didn't have. Sarah went through this phase of being. I don't know. She believed that the TV was satanic, and again, it all has to do with religion with her. I think very wrong religion, because I don't remember reading in the Bible where it says you aren't supposed to watch TV. But she was on a trip. She did not believe in watching TV at that time. And then a while later, she was like, "Oh, well, we can get a TV now. You know, God told me it's okay." Like, yeah, she was never off. So I believe at that time we didn't have a TV. I don't remember watching TV that day.
Okay. Criminal Med said, when did that no TV start?
I mean, she would have trips, like bad God trips, and that started. I mean, she's been going through that off and on since I've been married.
You're not allowed to be in here.
Why?
That's our rules.
Okay, I was literally told I could be in here last night.
Well, they told you wrong. Yeah, they told you wrong.
Can I use that chair, please?
No, you have to wait.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's exactly why I don't want to be here. Hold on a second.
You're okay. Yeah, exactly. Rules for what? Okay, he'll be back in a second. Okay. Miss Always Bright Ryan wants to know, was there any damage to any cars at your house? Is it possible?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Hang on 1 second. Come on. You there?
Yes.
Oh man, I don't know. It's not gonna work. My headphones are not working with the live stream.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna have to go outside and freeze to death. Hold on.
I don't want you to get more sick.
Yeah, well, fortunately, I'm gonna need to, so I can do this. So just give me a second. Let me get my jacket, or what I have for a jacket, I guess. Give me a second. Man.
You know, there's some people you give just a little bit of authority to, and they go crazy with it.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Sorry. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good. Holy smokes, it's cold. Okay, I'm good. Sorry, guys.
What's the temperature?
Negative Stacy. Hold on. Let me look. It's 34 degrees.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Ryan wants to know, did you notice any damage to any of the cars at your house?
Damage? No. We never had any problems.
And I might have gotten you wrong because a lot was going on yesterday. I thought you said that you all had watched movies and TV that morning before.
I don't think so. If I did, I was. I don't think we even had a TV. I'm like I said, I'm trying to recall everything.
No,
You
you're
know,
okay.
I mean, I don't recall 100%, to be honest with you, about the whole. Like that was so long ago. You know, if I said we had a TV, I mean it's possible, but I'm going off of the best knowledge that I can give you. Ow.
You need to get to the hospital.
Yeah, probably. About to call the ambulance.
Oh, please. Hey, vet girl, thank you so much for the super sticker. You mentioned that you had to walk Sarah through towing Brandon's car. Has
Yeah.
Sarah towed cars before?
No, not at all.
Okay, and just my own curiosity. I mean, we know that Sarah has gone on these God trips, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Was she ever into satanic stuff?
No. She claimed not to be. I never seen her or noticed her being into satanic shit.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be cold. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh. Burr.
Was Sarah of sound mind when Michael went missing, when he was abducted?
She seemed to be. Nothing really. She never started acting differently until after this all happened. Just her all her TikTok videos. You know, and Carson saying that she was standing outside saying, "God, take me, it's my time." You know, just acting crazy. Her.
Now, you mentioned some online scams that Adrian had. Did Brandon have any?
No, not that I know of.
And Adrian's was some
He was
fake.
what?
Adrian's was like some fake Cash App and some sex
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of people want to offer you a coat. How do we get you a warmer coat?
They can, I appreciate all the love and support, guys. If you guys want, you guys can send it to where I'm currently staying. I don't live or work at the hotel anymore. They kicked me out in the middle of the night last night, so I can accept.
Well, don't put the address on here.
No. I'll Brooks, if you want to if you guys want to reach out to Brooks, I will personally message Brooks my address, and then she can pass on the address as needed to people. I also am in need of clothes. If you guys want to help out with clothing, I've only got a few things. Also take food donations.
Okay, that's his Cash App right there.
Thank you. Like I said, I don't have. You sent my Cash App to him?
Yep.
Thank you, Brooks. I'm just going through a rough patch. You know, I got out of jail and literally had nothing to my name. The shelter provided me, you know, a few pieces of clothing, but I'm a big guy and there's not a lot of clothing that they can fit me into. So I'm very select. This coat doesn't even. You guys want to see? Like, I can't even zip this coat up at all. Um, so any help is really appreciated to the viewers. Sorry to sound like a bum.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Hang on. Brandon mentioned working on a car crash video with Adrian.
I think I vaguely remember that. It might have been off of Interstate I-84. I don't remember exactly, but I remember something of that sort. Oh man, it's cold.
Now, how'd you guys get the gas money to go get the car that night?
Money that we already had a full tank of gas, I think, in the truck. If I remember right, we didn't have to stop and get gas money or stop and fill up in gas. We usually tried to keep the truck because we didn't drive the truck a whole lot. Like I took the truck out and about to like go for hunting or whistle pig hunting and shit like that. But the truck really never left Fruitland other than for an emergency purpose, or like if the weather was outside really bad outside, we wanted to take the 4-wheel drive, we took the truck. Oh my God.
But you said no way would Carson let you
use this truck? No, not at all. Not even in the slightest. Never would happen. Never. I knew Carson a lot longer than Brendan and Adrian and Sarah. So I don't know. Or they think they got permission to use his truck, but Carson never let that out.
Okay.
Ow.
Okay, let's go through more of what Brandon said.
Okay.
Went and did kind of a YouTube video that day where we were trying to make music and kind of like a car crash scene. And
Okay, so Brandon's saying that the car crash video was earlier that day.
You got me. I remember them saying they were making a car crash video, but I don't remember exactly when it was recorded. I know that I remember seeing videos of it, but I don't have the exact recollection, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's just beyond an unusual day, if you know what I mean.
Very much.
So we have a car crash video that morning, watching a TV that doesn't exist.
Huh.
We go to the mall
Mm-hmm.
and troll around that day. Eat at Popeyes. Now, wasn't Sarah at the ER the night before?
You got me. I don't recall that either. I know she's been to the ER quite a few times because she can't seem to fucking eat healthy and get her diabetes in control. I mean, I can't tell you how many times she's gone to the hospital because her diabetes is 400 or 500 in the 4 or 500s. In fact, I remember her mom telling me before she went to Payette County, her blood sugar was like almost 605.
Wow.
Yeah, for real. She just doesn't know how to control her eating habits. She doesn't know, like, literally, like, that's, I'm sorry to, like, be so blunt. That's why I'm so fat, because all she wanted to fucking eat was fast food. Um, there was times where she would cook a home cooked meal, but between her gambling habits and eating out was ridiculous. We probably spent $200, close to $200 a month just in fast food.
Mm.
And I even told her, I was like, why don't we just start eating at home and save money? You know, you could take $200 and get a shit ton of groceries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, no, it's stupid. She's just not mentally retarded.
Man.
And then every fucking dime that we would make, she would want to go to the casino or the Denny's in Ontario and go gamble it. Because Oregon's the only nearest closest facility to where we live that you could gamble. Otherwise, you had to drive to Shoshone Bandit Casino over in Pocatello area, their reservation in Idaho.
Christine Alaska, thank you for the super sticker. You guys are making me blush. Again,
No.
I'm sorry for the sloppy beginning, but I was not expecting all this snow. Christina said, will the shelter take
No.
you to an urgent care? Okay.
No. I wish they did, but I would either have to call an ambulance or I'd have to find a way to take an Uber, and I don't have the money for an Uber, so. And I don't feel like racking up a $1,400 bill just to go to the ER because I'm sick.
Okay. On July 26th, the day before Michael was abducted.
Okay, so yeah, that she did go then. If I posted that, yeah.
Do you remember what was wrong with her?
No, not exactly. I was pretty sure it had to do with her diabetes. I don't remember that specific reasoning. If her stomach hurt, I don't remember, to be honest with you. I was pretty sure it had to do with her diabetes, and it could have still had to do with her diabetes. You know, I know that she complained a lot with lower abdomen pain, but I always thought it had something to do with her diabetes. She did not take care of herself at all, physically or mentally or emotionally.
Oh, man. Okay.
Hey, look, Brooks, I found your truck. It's a Denali,
Woo!
but it's an actual truck.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's huge. It's ridiculous. I would show it, but the headlights are like blaring right in my and I can't turn the camera around.
That's okay.
But it's a nice truck. It's all black. I don't know what color your rig is, but yeah. Brr. Oh my God, it's so cold.
Hey, did Sarah ever have access? Oh, there it is. What a pretty truck.
I know, right?
Oh shit. Yeah, it's very pretty.
Oh, pretty. She was a pretty truck.
Very pretty.
It's almost as pretty as my Escalade that I used to have. I miss that baby.
Yeah, what happened to it?
It got repoed because I went to jail.
Oh.
I was really sad. The dealership said they want to finance to me again because I was in good standing. A scooter? Where's the scooter coming from? I've never known anything about a scooter.
He mentioned something about a scooter.
No, there was no scooter around our house.
I think Carson mentioned children's clothes and a tricycle. Did you have a tricycle?
No, there was no tricycle around our house.
Okay, Green Eyes has a question.
What's up, Green Eyes? What was in the storage unit for resale goods for the family? In her parents' house or her parents' storage unit? Is that what she's referring to? We didn't have a personal storage unit. Her
Because
parents
Brandon
had two storage units.
mentioned the shed and said resale would be good for the family.
The shed had nothing in it beside a leaf blower, a lawnmower, and a snow blower. That's literally what was all in the shed. Her dad kept the equipment over there at our house so we could use it for the lawn and stuff. And the snow. So there was nothing about reselling goods. I don't even know where that comes from. Nothing was ever talked about reselling.
You don't know anything about a scooter?
No, I don't even know where a scooter would come from out of that. We never had a scooter. That makes no sense at all.
Okay,
Yeah, like I said,
were there any children's clothes in your home?
no. The only clothes that we had was from when Ian's daughter, my tattoo artist, his daughter Lexi, was staying with us, and she left a couple pieces of her clothing, but she was 11 years old. So if you want to call this children's clothes, then yeah, but that was that's all the clothes that were there for children's clothes.
11 would be a child.
Yeah, so that's the only clothes that were there, but she only left a cup, like I think a t-shirt and a pair of pajama pants.
Now, how did you come across her?
Lexi?
Uh-huh.
My tattoo artist mentioned that she was in town, and Ian asked us, because he didn't have a babysitter. He asked us if we would be willing to watch his daughter, and Sarah offered to take her. Holy, that's right. Clothing shopping. And so we had done that, but or Sarah took her clothing shopping, and then took her out to eat. But we ended up having to put a stop on it because she didn't just hang out with us at one time. Like, it became a habit. Like, she wanted to come over and visit all the time, but she really just wanted to get money from us and go out to eat all the time, or like go shopping. And it was literally like, we really didn't have that kind of money,
Peas in a Pod said one of your neighbors in an interview, he was asked about a scooter by law enforcement.
No, there was absolutely no scooter at our house at all. Not even one bit. There was no scooter at all.
Well, did the police ever ask you, the cops ever ask you about a tricycle?
Yeah, but there was no tricycle around our house either. So I don't even know where they come up with that, because there was nothing. Like, I lived at the house, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very well aware what's in or around the house. I lived there.
Hang on, I gotta find this picture. Give me a second. This is going to be hard to see, but in Sarah's reflection in her glasses, who is that standing in the doorway?
I have no idea. I can't even see it. I can't even see in the reflection of her glasses. I see a face, but that's not. I have no idea who that is. It's probably Brandon, or it looks white to me. He looks like a white person, so I'd assume it was Brandon.
Okay.
Oh, it's so cold. Oh, God. So, dude, my nipples are so hard they could cut glass. Just saying.
Dang.
Ow.
Did any other young kids ever hang out at your house?
No, not at all. Oh.
Do you have any theory on what happened to Michael?
No. I guess a theory, like hypothetically speaking. Is that what you're asking? I don't know. I think it's possible that Brandon or Adrian or Sarah could have had something to do with it. Is like I said, as much as they're deceitful and dishonest and liars, I think it's possible. But I don't. Again, I don't want to speak on something that I don't know an honest truth about.
Oh no, it's just theory.
Yeah, no, anything's possible. I mean, it's anything's possible.
I mean, just your opinion. I mean, you know him way better than any of us do.
Which is why it's so hard for me to make an opinion, because I wouldn't have thought they would have had something to do with it.
Right. No, I got you.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm dying on the inside.
Well, I mean, I know you're freezing. You have a few more questions.
Okay, go ahead.
If you're comfortable with.
That's fine. You know, I'm an open book, Brooks.
I know. So we went through the cars.
Yep.
Why did Brandon say you were at home all day?
I was not at home all day.
When you clearly were.
I know. I don't. Again, if you'd notice on any of Brandon's videos, he's not accurate at any of the information. Brandon, the difference between Brandon and I when we're doing our interviews is I'm sitting here telling you and giving you timestamps or giving you, at least a date. Brandon can't even do that. He's hypothetical with everything he's saying. His information is inaccurate. There's nothing honest with Brandon. So I don't know why he's saying that I was at home all day, because I know for a fact that I wasn't. I was gone doing a taxi ride.
Do you know of any abandoned farmhouses or factories where Sarah and Brandon may have hung out?
No.
Okay.
There was nothing, no abandoned farmhouses or factories around us. There was a building that was a warehouse building that was up for sale, but it was all secured and locked down. Sarah and I had inquired about it because at one point, we were like, we're trying to run our mechanic business, and then that was when we had the company up, because we were trying to defer from doing work at our house on the vehicles. So we inquired about that property, but we never physically went there. No. The guy wanted like $2.6 million for it. So I was like, that's not even going to come close to our budget or price range, even if we found an investor, and there's no way we'd ever pay it back. So what would Brandon have to lie about? Probably everything. I think that he's trying to perhaps make a cover up for his fuck up, and I think he's just being deceitful about everything. I think he knows that he's probably maybe guilty, But I don't know. I think nothing. I can tell you that he's not accurate with any of the information he's putting out there.
Vet girl said, "What would he want to say to the abductor or abductors if they were watching?"
I would want to say that I hope whoever this person is, I hope that he rots in prison for the rest of his life or he gets killed. I hope he reaps what he did. And I want justice for that family just as much as anybody else does. I can't tell you how many times I cry every day and I'm saddened because this little boy hasn't come home yet to his family that deserves him, that needs him the most.
Now, there's a lot of talk about the splash pad. Have you ever been to that splash pad?
Yeah, so on the way out of my taxi ride, I pulled into the splash pad in the Lexus. I had gotten a phone call from Sarah when I left the house. She had asked me. She always calls me whenever I leave. She was very she was very insecure about herself, so she always wanted to make sure I wasn't out trying to cheat on her or whatever. Because apparently that's what she thinks that I did to her. I'd stopped at the splash pad because I chewed tobacco. I still chew, and I had stopped at the splash pad because my can of chew had fallen on the passenger side of the seat, and I I couldn't pull off to the side of the road because there was no room to really park. It was right before the stop sign, and you weren't supposed to park by the stop sign or anywhere near it because you're not supposed to by law. Ow. So I pulled off to the splash pad for 2 seconds, and I tried reaching over the seat to grab it, but it was on the far side of the floorboard. I don't know if you know what I mean, but it was literally on the far side of the floorboard, and I couldn't reach it. So I got out of the vehicle to go grab the can of chew, and I grabbed it, and then I went back in the car and drove off. That was literally all that had happened that night, or that time I parked at the splash pad. I didn't even get out to talk to anybody or anything. I literally got out to grab my can of chew that had fallen on the far side of the floorboard.
Okay, so was that on the day that Michael was abducted?
Yeah, but it was way early in the afternoon, like right as I left the house, like 1:00, 1:10 maybe in the afternoon.
Mm. JM said you should never suppress a cough.
Never what?
Never suppress a cough because it sounds like you might have like a cracked rib or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I again, I would go check it out, and I'm not about to take an ambulance because I'm not going to pay $1,400. How many cameras were working at the house the day of Michael's disappearance? All of them. We literally just had that system set up through ADT, so everything was fully functional.
Okay, do you know what time Michael went missing?
No. Like I said, the neighborhood was completely quiet when we left to go get Brandon's car. No movement, no activity, nothing. And we got back later on that night, like I said, between 9 and 10, and we literally noticed, we pulled into the on Southwest 8th Street, and there was a shit ton of activity. People everywhere, cops everywhere, etc. So no, I don't. To answer your question, Jules, or whoever that is, I don't have any idea what time he disappeared.
Did they still own the shop building on that day?
They already,
He already
I already answered that, Lana. We owned a shop, yes, but that was a shop that was shared by another owner. Um, his name was Art Rojas, out of Ontario, Oregon, and that's where he owned the oil change company called Wandra's Lube. But as far as the mechanic shop, the mechanic company, the only shop that we had was at our house. We did all the work from our house. I also did mechanic, or I did a question. What did he say? Hopes he goes to prison for Michael's disappearance. Oh, why did he say he? Oh no, I was hypothetically speaking. Like I was trying to say, like I hope they or he or whoever it is. I should have clarified that, but I hope whoever it is suffers a very, very long, hard pain for what happened. Sorry, I could have specified that more, but there's no singularity there. It was a he or a she.
All right, I'm trying to get through these questions. I apologize because I know it's cold outside.
It's freezing.
Oh, Jordan wants to know what happened at the motel last night.
So just you want the summed up version, or should I just go through the whole thing?
Go for it. Go for it. Your hard nipples, not mine.
No. So last night, so I work at the Budget Inn, and the motel that I was staying at, and basically I was on what's called a barter agreement. So I wasn't really supposed to be being paid any extra money other than just working in exchange for my room rent. At the start, I was getting paid some cash, but then yesterday I found out that she was going to cut all the extra hours because she wasn't getting any business. So she told me yesterday during a meeting at like 10:30 in the morning that um, that she wasn't going to give me any hours. And so I go to work. I had to go to work last night a little later than expected. So I went to work in the afternoon. She sent me home because she said that my clothes stunk. Their washer and their dryer had gone out, and so I was left with no choice but to air dry my clothes. Well, they started developing a mildew smell because they were so wet.
Oh.
And it wasn't my fault, like I shower 3 times a day, if not more. I am a very clean person.
Sure.
And so what happened was she sent me home, and then she's like, you also need to clean your room, because my room was a little bit of a mess. Depression had gotten the best of me. So I kind of let my room get a little bit out of control, which I shouldn't have. That's my fault. But the owner she's Indian, from India, and she basically told me I need to come after an hour after getting sent home. She was like, why aren't you back at work yet? Well, you never told me I had to go back to work. You just said to go home, clock out, and go home. So I asked her that, and she was like, oh, well, you need to be back at work. I have to have somebody cover the office. I said, okay. So I texted her and I was like, look, like I'm still in the process of getting everything clean. I said, your biggest concern was that I stunk. I said, I haven't even gotten to take another shower yet. I haven't gotten to wash my clothes or anything. She freaked out on me. She's like, well, if you're not going to come to work, you need to pay for your room stay, because part of the barter agreement was that if I did not work a day, that I was required to pay for my room rent for the night to stay. I was like, okay, well, look, give me a couple minutes. I'm going to try to find a way to pay for my room, because I'm not in a position to go to work right now, knowing that the conditions that you set and knowing what you said about me. So I called a couple people. Now, mind you, she did not say anything that I could not pay with it. I had somebody pay with a card over the phone, and I had my pastor from church that was willing to pay for the room for the night or two. Well, I connected the phone with him and her, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not going to take any payments over the phone." So she never even specified anything. So she literally texted me after that and said, "I'm calling the cops." So she called the cops. The cops came and talked to me last night. I was fully cooperative. You know, I was like, I don't have a problem with law enforcement at all. Like, I'm very respectful of law enforcement. I appreciate what they do for us. Um, and so they talked to me last night, and they're like, "Hey, look, like the owner wants you to go. You know, just pack up all your stuff." And I was like, "I'm already on it." So they offered to give me a courtesy ride, but I had a bunch of my stuff with me, like all my clothing, my duffel bags, like everything. So I had a lot of stuff. And um, anyways, so I ended up taking an Uber from the hotel over to uh, the River Life Rescue Mission. And they're just not treating me right here either. Like, I'm very frustrated because they're, no, mind you, I'm appreciative for having a roof over my head. But I mean, they wouldn't even let me be on my phone or sit in an area in there to be warm to do this video, let alone, or they wouldn't even let me be on my phone last night when Brooks needed to talk to me. I mean, I had to keep, like, yeah, it's just frustrating. Not to mention, the owner of the hotel would scream at me on a consistent basis, just yell at me, cuss at me, tell me what a worthless piece of shit I am. So there was nothing. There was nothing good I could say about her, but that's why I was kicked out of the motel. It was all because she would not give me the time of day to finish taking care of my personal stuff, and was going to make me pay for my room, and I didn't have a way to pay for it. So that's, if that answers your question, Jordan, that's why I was kicked out. I was 100% in compliance with everything.
So messy room and mildewed clothes, which
Correct.
was their washer's fault.
Correct.
Wow. Tara, thank you for the super sticker. She said, "Is there any proof the polygraph test passed?"
I don't know if you could look that up. I don't know if it's public record. They might be holding that as concealed evidence. You know, if it ever came down to going to trial or something, but I can tell you with 100% certainty, because the detectives also contacted my mother and told her the same exact thing.
Was anybody else at the splash pad?
No, Caesar wasn't even with us that day.
Okay. Well, when you pulled over at the splash pad, who else was around?
There was some people in the far distance at the splash pad, but it was just me in the car.
Hey man, you missed a spot.
Like, I watched the video that the detectives played me with, of me being at the splash pad, and it's exactly what I told you guys here.
Mm-hmm.
Literally got out, walked around the vehicle, grabbed my can of chew, walked back around to the driver's side, got back in, and left.
Well, I mean, as far as what time Michael was abducted, wasn't it on the flyer? Because not Stacy. I'm so sorry. Too many S names.
Sarah?
Yeah, Sarah had it on your refrigerator.
I don't think there was a time frame on it. No. I don't remember exactly, but I know that I'm pretty positive there was not a timestamp on that. It says I think it says something about nighttime, but there's not an exact time frame on it.
Okay, we have a question from our girl Mermaid with the gorgeous hair and gorgeous lips.
Yeah, why did you drive all the way to Ontario to go to the hospital with Sarah? So Sarah preferred to go to St. Alphonsus because they provided way better medical care than the St. Luke's in Fruitland. St. Luke's or Fruitland actually gave Sarah quite a hard time. They were trying to convince her to take a COVID shot and all this other bullshit, and she wasn't down for it.
Oh, okay.
Not a problem, Pat. You're welcome.
Okay, Gen C, not C. Oh my gosh, is that your daughter? Your hair is gorgeous, Jen. She said, verify the timeline. He took client at 1 o'clock to Boise, hung out a few hours.
Yeah.
Did law enforcement verify with the client? How did you have time to help with the tow?
I left about 1 o'clock, like I said. I got back between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. We then left the house about 5:30 or 6 p.m. to go help with the tow. So yes, I did have time to go help with the tow because I was back in a fashionable amount of time to go help. Like, I wasn't gonna stay in Boise all day. You know, I went and hung out with Labor Dave and or Dave Fears and came home.
Sylvia said, who was that on the sidewalk at the splash pad?
Splash pad, like sidewalk.
Let me see if I have the picture. Give me a second.
No worries.
I don't think this is a splash pad, but anyway.
That's not the splash pad. That's outside our house. That's by the house that we were living at. And that's I recognize that person. That's just a random, he walks the neighborhood all the time. To answer your guys' question, I recognize that guy. I don't know his name, so you couldn't ask me that, but I know that he always was walking the neighborhood all the time. Did you see any neighbors acting weird? No. Again, the neighborhood was completely dull. The neighborhood was completely dull, Pat. There was not even a peep. Yeah, there was nothing going on. No activity. Like I said, all the activity started when we got back. There was no Honda Pilot. We never owned a Pilot. We owned a Lexus ES330. We owned a GMC Sierra 2500. That was a burgundy truck. The Lexus was white. And we owned Sarah's car. There was no Honda Pilot around our neighborhood or anywhere close to us.
Okay. But I mean, I'm sure you've heard the time Michael was abducted on social media or on the news.
I was told a couple different things. I don't know any of them accuracy, and they weren't from law enforcement that I was told. So I'm not going to speak on that because I don't know for sure. Again, it was all secondhand information.
Okay, I have another question.
Oh no.
Good morning, Justin. Peas in a Pod wants to know if the person on the sidewalk is Caesar or Brandon.
No.
Okay, Crystal said it was all over the news, but you didn't have a TV, right?
No. Nope.
What do you look at on your phone? I mean, you wouldn't believe my social media. It's
yeah. Oh, I know. It's all over the news. Right now, what do I look at on my phone?
Well, I mean, at that time or whatever. I'm just saying you got to see my social media. I know.
I believe it. Honestly, like at that, I did a lot of Craigslist surfing. I never looked at the news or paid attention. Facebook, yeah, there was ads, things all over Facebook with his disappearance, but hence the reason I showed my support and put his profile picture as his picture as my profile pic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the only thing I did with social media with him. Yeah, exactly. That one. Yep. That was on my profile picture.
Where did you get the picture?
It was all over media. I just copy and pasted it.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Oakley. Was Oakley friendly with Brandon?
All the time. Oakley loved anybody and everybody. That's the way I raised her to be.
Well, Brandon needs to get his ass off her face.
Yeah, no, she was Oakley was comfortable with that. Like Oakley did the same thing with me. I didn't exactly plant my ass on her face, but I mean she was comfortable with anything. Like she was sleeping there, like she was good with it.
Now, you said that, like most dogs, she would dig holes in the yard.
Yep.
What did you have to do to fill in the holes?
We didn't do anything. We just let the holes be holes. I mean, there was no point in trying to fill them up because she was just going to dig holes in another place.
Did she ever get out of the fence or dig out of the fence?
Not at all. She stayed in the backyard. She wasn't an escape dog at all. I raised her a lot better than that. She was very mellow. She was peaceful. She loved to get attention. The most loving dog I've ever had in my life. The best dog I've ever had in my life. I love that dog more than I love Sarah.
Well, my cat's not easy to love, but you would love my cat more than you would love Sarah.
See? It doesn't take long.
I'm getting confused about the timeline, and I'm sorry I keep asking the same questions. I'm a little slow today because, we had this huge snowstorm. Anyhow, how long were y'all gone before going to tow the car?
Like I said, I was gone from like 1 to 3:30 or 4 o'clock.
Okay.
I don't know how long Sarah was gone. She was home when I got home. So
Ed wants to know if there's a store near you can get warm.
not publicly, no. I'm at least a quarter mile, half a mile away from anything. And it's too fucking cold to walk. I'm like shivering right now. Like I'm frozen. I really need to go to the hospital, but I can't even afford to pay for it. Southwest 8th Street. Sarah was with us, Batgirl. I didn't have to speak with her on the phone. She was literally in the truck with me. She was the one driving.
Okay, so she was driving.
Correct.
The entire day?
For the whole entire towing, yes, and to drive to Brandon's house to go get the vehicle. Correct.
Well, and I have to.
Huh?
You're gonna have to call an ambulance. You can get Medicaid.
Yeah, I know. I'll call an ambulance after I get off the phone here.
Okay, I just got confused because yesterday you said there was no holes in the yard, and
No. I told you yesterday that Oakley dug. I said that. I said Oakley was a digger, but she didn't dig anything up like anything that would resemble anything that had to do with Michael or a body.
were you part of any Facebook groups?
All the time. Yeah, absolutely.
For Michael Vaughn?
No. I think I supported him and I think one group that was publicized, but I don't remember what that group was called. But
well,
yes, I was in support of it.
I was in one Finding Michael,
I think that was it.
Okay, so you were a part of that group.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I tried to show all my love and support. Milk gotcha. What do you mean? Oh, at the store? Is that what she's referring to?
Because Brandon said that
They
they
stopped and got milk. No, there was no milk brought home that night. We had milk in the fridge. We had like two, I think like 1 or 2 gallons in there. We always kept milk in the fridge because that's my most favorite thing to drink, even to this day. I'll go through a gallon of milk in like 20 or 25 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of people are confused about the flyer. Wasn't his time of abduction on the flyer?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And if it was, I don't remember correctly. I'm sorry. I'm not
Okay.
trying to avoid questions. I don't have an answer to that. I do not remember. I do not believe it was on there. I believe it said that he disappeared at the night sometime. He never said anything to me directly. Him and Sarah and Adrian all kept I can't read what that question says. I had the last part of it. Crawl space and why what?
Did anyone ask why not Brian, God, last thing,
Brandon.
Brandon was so detailed about the crawl space and why he even knew about it?
We let Brandon use our bathroom on more than one account. I it was just something that he liked to use our shower and bathroom, I guess. I don't know. We had a nice bathroom set up. But the crawl space, I don't there his details don't even match up about it. Like I was saying yesterday. He was saying that the crawl space was you walk in the bedroom, take a right. It's incorrect. The crawl space was in the bathroom, so you had to go in the bedroom, take a left, walk through the bathroom door, shut the door, take a right, and there's a walk-in closet. And in the far back left corner of the walk-in closet, there's the crawl space that has you have to lift up the latch to lift up the piece of carpet that's attached, and you have to drop the ladder down. And the only thing that was in the crawl space was the empty firearm box. That was a Savage box. Huh? How do you get in the mission? Just go through this door. Yeah.
Hidden Plain Truth said, what would you look for on Craigslist?
I always looked for gigs, looked for extra jobs to do. I also looked for ride shares for people to offer to help people out with rides. That was literally pretty much my main focus. I looked for vehicles sometimes. I was always curious about vehicles.
Yeah, a lot of people are confused about the timeline. I know it's been a
know.
few years, but I mean, how long were you in the house before you left to go tow the car?
I got home at 4, like I said, between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, and we left about 5:15 or 5:30 at night. So give or take an hour.
Okay. A lot of people are talking about the puppy. We have a lot of pet lovers here. Don't get me wrong. They love animals. So the yard would have dig marks, not just clear grassy yard.
And it did have dig marks on the like right off the right outside the back door, right off the patio where she always dug. And the police even asked me about that. And I said, yeah, that was Oakley. So yeah, she did dig.
Doozy said, I'm confused. Doozy, it's because we had so much snow in Oklahoma overnight. That's why our brains are not working good.
Oh my God, I'm freezing. Brooks, you're killing me.
All right, let's see if we have any more questions, and then we will let you get inside and get warmed up. What are you going to do today?
I have to go look for jobs apparently, and find a way to go get some clothes because I have none. So, or a jacket. So if people are kind enough to send money to my Cash App, that's appreciated. If not, I'll text Brooke my address for you guys. If you guys would rather do it that way, but I don't have anything for today. I don't even have any gloves.
Oh, Lone Wolf is back. He said, just checking in. And yes, I'm still alive and iffy. What happened to you, Lone Wolf? We have been worried sick about you.
Oh,
We have a lot of really good friends around here, Stacy.
that's awesome. I like the support. Just so you know, I got 14% on my phone, so.
Okay. Well, we're not going to keep you too much longer. Did law enforcement ever give you a time? Did they say, we know you left at this time. We know you got back at this time. Did they tell you what time you left?
They told me that the time I left was matched up with during the day you're talking about. When I went for the taxi ride, yeah, they matched up with when I stopped at the splash pad for the couple seconds that I did. Yeah, absolutely.
So the time you left to when you stopped at the splash pad to get your tobacco.
Yep.
Now, I'm not putting words in your mouth. Does it align with when Michael was abducted?
No, this happened at 1:00 in the afternoon, 1:10, when I stopped. When I stopped to get a chew.
Okay.
No, police did not. There was no other videos to show me in. The splash pad was the only video that they had.
Hello, Cricket. Cricket said, why did Sarah have a voice come out by the house who was the little child? Because it sounds like Michael.
There was no little voice at the house.
Okay. Justin said, why were you all at the splash pad? You have no children. Do you mind telling the story again? People come in late and some people are behind on chat.
I know. So I stopped at the splash pad about 1 to 10 in the afternoon because I had lost my chew. My chew had fell on the passenger side, far side of the floorboard, and I couldn't reach it. So I pulled into the splash pad really quick. That was the safest spot to park in. And I got out of the car, walked around the vehicle, grabbed my chew, walked back around, and left.
Did they show you a video of you arriving at the splash pad or leaving?
It was recorded. Everything. They recorded the whole thing.
Okay.
It was on CCTV or whatever. I don't know what it's called. It's just neighborhood watch.
Oh, I got you. That girl said, what did Sarah and Brandon do after the tow of the car that evening?
They went and looked for Michael.
Okay, this one's going to be hard to answer, and it's not personal. It's not aimed at you. Do you know about the trafficking cases on Craigslist in your area?
No. There was not on Craigslist. They can't label something like that. I've heard cases about people being trafficked off Craigslist, but that was not even my reason for searching on Craigslist. Like I said, I was literally on there specifically to look for jobs, to look for gigs, to look for ride shares for people. That was literally my intent. Sometimes look for vehicles.
TH wants to know what happened to your house. Who's in it now?
Her parents are have cleaned it all out and are going to re-rent it out.
Goodness. Did law enforcement ever show you the time that you left to go tow the car?
No, they didn't have any specific. They had pictures of the truck leaving the neighborhood, correct? And that was exactly at the time that I told you guys on here, between 5:30 and 6. Ow. That morning, before Sarah took him to Boise to go see his kid.
Well, it sounds to me like you would be home during that time then. I mean, I'm big about time. I mean, obviously not today because, we have a snowstorm. Mermaid said, I'm confused all the time. Don't feel bad. So, I mean, if you left a few hours after being home for a few hours, wouldn't you be home during the time that Michael went missing? We're just trying to clear things up.
No, I told you, Michael went missing that night after we had all left. And I recommend applying for housing at that trailer and be similar. Okay. I literally was gone from the time 1 o'clock to at least 3 or 4.
Uh-oh, we lost Stacy. It looks so cold out there. I'm sure he'll be back. Hang on. Plead the fifth. Her parents own the house. Joy, did he talk to Sarah yesterday? I don't know. I know she kept calling and calling and calling yesterday like some single white female. Well, okay, hang on. There he is. Hey, it is absolutely freezing out there. Did your phone die?
Yeah, my phone is literally at 10% and it won't let me go on video because it requires a charge. I'm sorry, guys. I'm freezing, Brooks. I'm gonna call the ambulance to go to the hospital.
Okay, now make sure you take your phone charger.
I'm going to do that as soon as I'm going to charge it when I go there. But if you would let people know through the video if they'd be willing to help me out somehow today, that would be amazing.
Sure.
Just kind of throw like a little word out there. So I'm freezing. I'm going to go in and get my stuff.
Okay, call 911 and go to the hospital, okay?
I will. And I'll call you when I get to the hospital, okay?
Okay, please do. Everybody, let's have some well wishes because who knows what he's got going on.
I know, me too. I hope I'm okay. I'm going to get tested again for everything, so, hopefully I come out, good, but I don't know. But I love you, Brooks. Thank you for everything. You're an amazing woman.
Oh, sweetheart. We're just here to, try, get justice for Michael and, bring him back home.
Exactly. Ouch.
All right. Well, give me a call when you get to the hospital, okay?
I will do that. Thanks, Brooks. Love you.
Bye, hon.
Bye.
Okay. Just Me said, I want answers for the family. Jerry Poole said, Justin, you're right. Bless Brandy and Tyler. I don't know how they do it. Dolores, exactly. We want to help the victims get justice. 100%. Oh, man. Esther said, no offense. Well, I'm the one that offended you the other day because I misread your comment, Esther, and I apologize. That's normally not in my repertoire, if you know what I mean. I apologize. Well, you guys, we will continue this later. I don't know what time the show is going to pop up. Normally, we're live at 9 a.m. Central Time, but with Home Skillet going to the hospital, we might be doing a show from the hospital. I don't know. Because as long as he wants to keep talking to us, then we're going to talk to him. Do you guys want to do a members live in a little bit? If you want to become a member, please hit that link. Oh, Lisa, thank you, my beautiful friend. Thank you, thank you. So if you guys want to do a members live, we can just chew the fat or tobacco and rehash a few things. It's totally up to you. Hang on. Fancy Clancy says, hopefully he gets help. No way I'm sending that dude any money. I'm sure that the social workers at the hospital will get him hooked up. That's all I'm going to say about that. Carrie, I support my girls. We support you. Thank you, sweetheart. Welcome to the club. Welcome. Or as some people call it, the Mean Girls Club. Snazzy, love you, Brooks. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Snazzy. Love you. Justin, I'm going to go watch yesterday's live. Yeah, Justin, I'm going to need your help with something pretty soon. I know you're super busy, and like I said, we had this snowstorm here, so I mean, I'm not really my normal self, but I'm going to need your help with something if you have time. We're all here for the greater good, are we not? Are we not? We are here for the victims. We are here to support their families, unless it's the guilty AF families. Hang on one second. I'm going to get you Brandy's Cash App. I don't think she would mind me giving it out. Where is it? Hang on. Give me a second. Here we go. BRANDI-BAUGN1. That is Brandy's Cash App right there. She's probably going to break my legs for putting it in there because you know how she is. But, you know. Just saying, says, has Brandy seen these two lives? Oh, you bet. You bet. I'm about to call and wake her ass up, too. I'm going to tell her all about my snow. She texted me earlier. She heard part of it, but I don't know if she went back to bed or getting buggy breakfast. I don't know. But I want to say thank you to all of you for being here for all the right reasons. And you know what those reasons are, and that is for the victims and those that are truly looking for them. And we know in this case that is certainly Michael Vaughn's family. Hold on. Madam Secretary, Brooks, you're a damn wuss. 14 inches on my ground today. What's his name, Christina? Who's got 14 inches? Christina? You're holding out on me. What is going on? All right, everybody, you are the absolute best. Thank you, moderators. Thank you for being here. As I say, The Mod Squad. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Christina said, you're a brat. Hey, you're the one that's holding out those 14 inches on us. Oh, shit. Hang on. We're getting nasty in here. Barb, I got 10 inches, but not snow. Damn. Figured there'd be a bigger smile on your avatar. The hell is going on? Again, thank you, Mod Squad, for keeping it real, keeping it cool. Again, thanks to Stacy for being here. He will be back. And to all of you, because you're here every day and for all the right reasons. Love you, love you, love you. Love your faces. See you back here in probably a few hours.